Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Age of Empires 3. Specifically, we'll be looking at the Africa Royals DLC that you can find on Steam and other places for about $10 or so. You will need Age of Empires 3, the definitive edition on Steam, in order to actually make use of this DLC. So, this Africa Royals DLC includes two new civilizations. You've got Ethiopia, and you've got the Hausa, and both of which operate mainly on influence, and I'll get into that in a little bit. There's also three new historical battles, so if you like historical battles, that's also a thing in this. However, I will just quickly mention the Knights DLC, which is also $10, has that new Tycoon mode. So comparing the two DLCs, I feel like the Knights one offers a bit more. That being said, I enjoyed my time with these civilizations. I strictly play single player or co-op versus AI. I do not play multiplayer. I don't know how balanced they are. I prefer comp stomps over competitive multiplayer. That's just typically how I roll. So as I was saying earlier, these two civilizations revolve around influence, but they're also very livestock heavy. What's really cool is that both of them start with this livestock market, and you'll be able to fatten up these cows and other animals over time at the livestocks, and that's nothing new, but now you can trade them for wood and gold. So that kind of opens up some interesting gameplay in the sense that, you can kind of focus your efforts on, just gathering a whole bunch of cattle and then convening them around the livestock pen, fattening them up, and then selling them off for wood and gold. And the livestock are only 100 gold a piece to recruit, which is great. So you can get a lot of wood and a lot of gold very quickly with this civilization. To get food, they have fields and granaries. The granaries will boost fields around them. Fields are like mini farms, so you're going to want to surround the granary with fields for that extra bonus. And each field will support 3 villagers. So that's really cool as well. So there are multiple ways to get resources in this. Now, the primary influence is spent for upgrades and units. The Ethiopians use something called mountain monasteries, and these will produce gold and influence over time. And there's actually a toggle you can set how much to divert to gold and influence. That's their primary way of doing it. The House, on the other hand, have universities, which also trickle influence over time. And they also have these inspiring griots, I think they're called. I don't remember. They're like storytellers. They're like flashy storytellers. And they also debuff the enemy as well, but they also increase the work rate of buildings and the speed of nearby units. So each of the two civilizations will generate influence in different ways. As far as leveling up and aging up, it goes back to the whole US and Mexico civilizations where when you pick a place, it's not an actual person, but when you pick a place, you also get 2 cards that also get added to your home city card select screen. So there's a lot more options there compared to, say, Italy or the standard civilization. So all in all, I really enjoyed this one. I kind of preferred the Knights DLC more, like I was saying earlier. It just offers more content overall. But that being said, these two civilizations gave me a different way of playing. I typically don't mess with livestock at all when I'm playing Age of Empires. I don't care. I go strictly for the mines. I do the fields. I do I don't do any of that stuff. But with this civilization, I felt like I was encouraged to do it because I was getting some really cool bonuses in the process. And their whole civilization revolves around the cattle, really, and getting that influence. And what's cool about the influence is that I was getting units with this influence, and that freed my actual main resources, my food, my wood, my gold, to focus more on economy. So, I was actually building my military with the influence that I was gaining over time, and I think that's a really cool idea. You know, I mean, typically in a game like this, you're like, okay, I've got 1,000 food right now. Do I spend it on defense or do I spend it on, building my economy? With this, I don't have to worry about that. I can use my main resources to get my economy going, and then what influence that comes in trickling over time, I just go ahead and just start, pumping out units left and right. And of course, your home city upgrades. Each civilization will have different ones. So, all in all, decent DLC. I still recommend it if you play single player comp stomps. Again, I don't know about multiplayer. I don't know how balanced it is, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Definitely get it on a sale if you can. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all next time. Take care.